Hello, people. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I hope you're having a very, very good day wherever you are. West Ham predictions, E20 edition, 2025-2026 from moi. I'm here to talk about top goal scorer, star of the season, flop of the season, does Graham Potter last the season, and final Premier League position. So yeah, as I say, we will see what's going to happen with that. But before I get started, please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, hit notification bell, and if you want to become a member of the channel, check out the membership stuff down below. Right, top goal scorer for West Ham this season. Everyone's going to say Jared Bowen straight away. I am not. I am going to say Nicholas Füllkrug this season. I think Nicholas Füllkrug had a bit of a inconsistent start last season with West Ham, but I believe that he's going to score between 10 and 15 goals this year. Yeah, you keep this geezer fit, he's going to score your goals, right? And Jared Bowen, I think, is going to assist a lot of goals this year because Jared Bowen's pace will help Füllkrug to be like a predator in the box and just get tap-ins and get goals in the 18-yard box, which we need. We need a ruthless finisher in the box. I think Jared's going to assist a lot of goals. I think Füllkrug's going to score the goals. I don't see where many other goals come from in our side. So it's really up to between them two to sort of do the damage. Callum Wilson's coming in. Is he going to be fit enough for the whole season? I don't believe so. Crysencio Somerville's in there. Once he's fit, he will nab a few goals, but you ain't going to get nowhere near what Füllkrug and Bowen are doing. Thomas Souček usually gets 8 to 10 goals in a season, right? Is he going to start games? Is he going to be a player that comes on last 20 minutes to save a game for us or try and score us a goal? Because I don't think he's going to start. So I make it pretty simple, really. Nicholas Füllkrug all day long. Yeah, I think he's going to outdo Bowen. Don't be surprised if Bowen becomes a top assister for Nicholas Füllkrug. So Nicholas Füllkrug, top goal scorer for me. Come to start of the season. Now, there's a few contenders in this, right? Mads Manson, once he comes in, does he become an unbelievable player, goalkeeper? Malik Diouf, who I really rate, and a lot of people really rate him already. Freddie Potts, if Freddie Potts hits the ground running straight away, could he be a unsung hero who's just come in to save the day for West Ham when West Ham have had no midfield? I'm going to give it to Malik. I really am. I think Malik's going to absolutely storm it this year, big time. Every single time I've seen this kid play, defensively he's very good. Goes forward very, very well. Excellent delivery on the kid. He's going to assist so many goals. And the reason why people are going to rave about him is because they can rave about Wan-Bissaka last year. They're going to love this kid this year. Simple as that. I think he's going to assist goals. Don't be surprised if he scores a few goals. He gets in the box and he don't mind letting fly with shots and having a go from range. So, you know, I'm going to go for Malik. Yeah. I think Freddie Potts is in with a shout, but it all depends on how he adapts to the Premier League straight away. If Freddie comes in and starts to build up his confidence over a period of time, he could be brilliant for us. Yeah. I just hope we ain't overhyping him. That's the only thing I'm going to say on that. So Malik Diouf for me all day long. Mads Manson, once he gets going, let's see how good he is. But Malik for me. Let's come to flop of the season. There's so many. Callum Wilson, John Clare Todibo, Naya Fagued, and I'm gonna say James Ward-Prowse. Yeah, James Ward-Prowse speaks for itself. Yeah, he's here. No one really wants him here. Potter wants him here. Potter wants to use him as a win, but I don't think Potter wants to use him as a first team starter. That's the one thing I'm going to say on that. John Clare Todibo, for me, has got to perform this year, right? And if he does bad this year, then he's automatically flop of the season, right? I need to see more. I need to see him on the pitch for 90 minutes, and I need him to be a more consistent defender. There's about 2 or 3 games last year where I thought he was unplayable. John Clare Todibo. Against Arsenal away, I thought he was best performance by a country mile. But we just didn't see it enough. We didn't see it enough. And he looks leaner. He looks fitter. But how long that lasts, I don't know. Callum Wilson's an interesting one for me. I look at him. I don't think he's going to last the season in fitness. I think if he scores 5 goals, that's a plus, if I'm being honest. And I just think it's a waste of time. I just think it's an absolute waste of time with him being here on this pay-as-you-play deal and being inconsistent in fitness. So for a player that is going to play consistently, I'm going to say John Clare Todibo. Yeah. If Callum Wilson's fit and he's in amongst the squad consistently, I'm going to say him. I don't think Callum's as good as what people think he is. People think he's going to get you 15 goals, 10 goals a season. I just don't see it. So it's a toss of the two. I'm going to say John Clare Todibo. I was so close to saying Callum Wilson. John Clare Todibo for me, I think will be flop of the season. I think I just don't see the potential there now. Like I feel like he's just working on gas, really. Do you know what I mean? So, but Callum's in there for me. Does Graham Potter last the season? I think he does last the season, so I'm going to say yes. I think the break clause in the contract proves that he's going to last the season. I look at the style of play that he's going to try and deliver. I am sceptical on that. I think people look at style of play rather than winning the game. He's looking at winning the game, and then the style of play comes with it. I can sort of understand it because you're not judged on your style of play, you're judged on results. It's results-based business. I think the lack of midfield options that he's got, I think is a problem, but I don't blame him for that. I blame the ownership of his club. I look at the James Ward-Prowse sort of thing that he's got going with him at the minute. Another bit of a problem there. Yet again, I don't think James Ward-Prowse is a starter. And if James Ward-Prowse is a starter when midfielders arrive and Freddie Potts is put to one side, then that's going to blow the fan base up straight away. So I don't think he's going to do that. I think the signing of Malik Diouf is a good signing, but does he last a season? I think the only reason why I'm going to say he does last a season, and the main reason of all, is because there's a break clause in his contract, and Sullivan hasn't got to get rid of him. I don't see if West Ham are just say 12th in the league or 13th in that sort of mid-table bracket come Christmas, why Sullivan's going to go, we need to get rid of this geezer. Yeah, there is lack of investment in his club currently right now, and unless there's a major influx of transfers over the next sort of 3 weeks before the end of the window, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. So I'm going to say I'm going to say yes, he's here. It ain't going to be pretty. There's going to be people crying for him to fucking leave probably around October, November time. There's going to be Potter in, Potter out discussions all the time. And there's going to be a Potter in, Potter out discussion come April, May next year. Does Sullivan offer him a new deal? Or keep him, or does Potter walk away? That's what it's going to be on that. And that's what I believe it's going to be. So there you go. Finally, Premier League final position. Now, with what I've just said, I believe it is going to be in this mid-table bracket. I would love to see West Ham finish in the top 10, but I just can't. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I think we're too boring in our approach. I think we're going to win games by the odd goal, and we're going to lose the games by the odd goal. I don't see us getting hammered in games. I really don't, because the way we set up with near enough 5, 6, maybe 7 defensive-minded players in our ranks. So if we're getting hammered in games, then that's a problem. I'm going to say 13th with West Ham. Just the simple fact is, I think we're better than the teams below us. I think we've got a player in Nicholas Füllkrug and Jared Bowen who are going to score you goals. Right, goals win games. I think Mads Hermansen's going to keep us in games and all. So, yeah, I'm going to say 13th. Right, I don't look at this season and think top 10 unless there is an influx of midfielders that come in and West Ham can turn this around right now. Currently, right now on August the 14th, which is this video, which has been recorded today, I just don't see our West Ham finish anywhere near the top 10, anywhere near it, which is a shame. So I'm going to go 13th in the league, and it'll be a rocky season. We have some good results. We're going to get beaten many, many games, and it's just going to filter out into a nothing season, in my honest opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Put the categories in, what you think, and let me know what your thoughts are, like star of the season, flop of the season, etc. And I will leave it at that. Anyway, take care of yourselves out there. Smash a like on the video, goes a long way. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV. Bish bash bosh. What a picture.